You're listening to Nexxlegacy.
Hey, what's up, people? All the people out there that just heard a dope Nexxlegacy honors live on Nexxlegacy Radio, Danaya Azure Radio, I should say. But I just want to take the time to just welcome all my peoples out there who are listening live. Preempted this show so Danaya and I can run through a few different things as far as what we have seen and what's going on in the entertainment business and world business and everything else. So I'm glad everybody who is listening on Nexxlegacy Radio and will be listening on Clubhouse, that's listening on Clubhouse now. This is what we do. The turn up is real. And I need all my people out there to really enjoy what we're about to be out there as far as giving people interactive conversation, opportunities to tap in and be able to, just say hi to the people and let people know what the deal is. So I'm just glad I'm chilling. Mike's on Danaya. DanayaAzure.com is where you can be able to go check her out, website and all things at Danaya Azure. And Danaya was good.
What's good? What better way to end Danaya Show Radio than with talking about the craziness that's happened this week?
Well, yeah, not just that though. Giving everybody a chance to listen on, on a global scale too. Because, hey, listen, not really preempted Danaya Show Radio. This is Danaya Show Radio, the takeover. You know what I mean? So, giving everybody a chance to be able to check in, tap in, and do what needs to be done. But also, Nexxlegacy.com and Danaya Azure Radio, DanayaAzure.com is brought to you by NFL Plus. Plans start at $6.99 a month. NFL Network is your source for all things NFL. Stream NFL Network 24/7. The NFL Network got it. NFL Plus comes with live audio, Fantasy Plus, and ad-free NFL films. Stream now. NFL Plus. Go to www.nexxlegacy.com/partners. Find that NFL link. Go get it. Holla at the people.
Clubhouse, how you kicking me out? How you kicking me out already? I ain't even say nothing yet.
Who's kicking who out?
Clubhouse. I was like, oh.
Why is Clubhouse kicking you out?
I don't know.
Clubhouse
I haven't said anything.
Clubhouse hating?
We'll see.
Why? Because we're about to talk about Trump?
I think.
For real? Hey, listen. They got to get over it. They got to get over it.
No.
They got to get over it. But bigger than that, though, Danaya said it, y'all. There's a lot of things going on that we should all talk about, that we should at least have our thoughts or opinions or whatever it is that you feel like you need to have. So I'm going to actually let this be out there. And I showed this to Danaya last night, Daily News. And I'm going to let this little piece kind of segue into what we're actually going to talk about. So I'll just let it run by the Daily News.
Trump had a rough performance, but you know what? That's just my opinion. But you can also tell that Donald Trump was the loser because he did all the things losers do when they lose. Number one, complaining about the refs.
I thought they were very unfair, the moderators. Everybody did.
I thought it was terrible from the standpoint of ABC. It was 3-1. It was a rigged deal, as I assumed it would be, because when you looked at the fact that they were correcting everything and not correcting with her.
Yeah, man. They were correcting you because of the things you were saying. That's barely fact-checking. The moderators were reacting like normal human beings react when you hear the craziest shit you've ever heard. Like, if you were at a cocktail party and your friend said, trans immigrants are eating dogs in Ohio.
I'm going to put a pause on that real quick. Because I kind of feel like we don't even need to go through like the 4 minutes of what was being discussed or whatever. But, this is like, a couple days after the debate now. Everybody's already kind of had their opinions and things like that. But I'm going to lead it off with you. Like, what is your opinion not just of the debate, but just the aftermath of it as well, leading into the election, which is, coming soon.
For the love of all things holy, go to vote.org. Make sure that you are still registered to vote, because he can't get back in the White House.
Not only that, and I get it about some of the people out there that is, pro-Trump. I get it. I would love to have a conversation with some of these people that are. Just for the simple fact that I just want to know, I just want to peek into the mind of you, the people out there who really want to support this guy. Why do you support this guy? What is it about him, and what is it about his past presidency? Because remember, 4 years removed from him being president for 4 years. So a lot of what he is saying now, he said back then. So what about this one is different than his last reign as president 4 years ago? I would love to know that. I would love to know that. I would love to have somebody who is supporting that guy talk to me and tell me why. Because for the simple fact that I feel like if the why has something to do with the current person in the Democratic Party that's running for president, you can't run or you can't choose because, I'm going to choose him because I don't want her. And I don't really think that's fair in a sense, because give me something that has something to do with policies and that's different than what it is that Kamala Harris is doing or whatever. Then I'll be like, all right, well, bless your heart. Keep it moving. Whatever the case may be. But at the end of the day, I would love to know what is it about him that turns people on. I'm just curious. I'm just hella curious. I'm hella curious. I want to see, but also I want to keep it true for the people out there. Like, I played just a clip, and then I had to clip it just because I was like, well, I am at a point in my life right now where I just want to see if I can sit in the room and have a conversation with them. Not saying that I'm gonna sit in the room with any of these people, but if I had an opportunity, would I, could I, should I, and talk about what the future might hold or can hold, and when it comes to that. But I don't think in my lifetime I would ever want to sit in a room with Donald Trump. I could do that with Kamala Harris, though. We could sit, talk about policies, and we could talk about the future of, people. Not just, different shades of people, but everybody. You know what I mean? I just think it's easier for me to be able to do that, and I can't do that with him based on, I should have ran that clip, Danaya. I think I need to run that clip with dogs. I need to do it. I need to do it.
You would say, what the f*** are you talking about, Stu? No, they aren't. You wouldn't be like, okay, thank you for that. Let's move on to foreign policy. You know what? It wasn't just blaming the refs. Another way Trump lost is that he was accusing his opponent of cheating.
They had a rigged show with somebody that maybe even had the answers. I mean, I'll be honest. I watched her talk, and I said, she seems awfully familiar with the questions.
Okay. You think she was cheating because she seemed familiar with the questions? It's a presidential debate. They always ask the same questions. It's like being suspicious that someone knows all the words to take me out to the ball game. How will you fix the economy? What's your stance on abortion? Do you promise not to overthrow the government? Standard boilerplate debate questions. Meanwhile, Trump seemed awfully familiar with the questions that nobody asked, like, who's eating all the cats in Springfield, Ohio? But maybe the best way Trump lost the debate is that he repeatedly insisted he won.
I think it was the best debate I've ever personally that I've had. We're getting polls that show 92-6, 88-11.
Every single poll last night had me winning like 90-10. We had C-SPAN at one point was at 80-20.
We looked at one poll, it was 92-7. We had a 92% rating in one poll. We had an 86% rating, and another we had 77%, 90%, 60%, 72%, 71%, and 89%.
Wow! Those certainly were numbers. Is this what Trump did during his debate prep? Memorize all the numbers between 70 and 98? In fact, every moment since the debate ended last night, Trump has been spinning and spinning and spinning. I mean, just listen to his response after Taylor Swift announced she is endorsing Kamala Harris.
Well, I actually like I actually like Mrs. Mahomes much better, if you want to know the truth. She's a big Trump fan. I was not a Taylor Swift fan.
Oh, really? Really, Donald? You prefer Brittany Mahomes? What's your top 5 Brittany Mahomes songs? Is this really his angle? Well, I don't care, Taylor, because I like your boyfriend's coworker's wife better. This has just been a day of pathetic, desperate spinning. I mean, imagine if Donald Trump spent all that energy on doing things correctly instead of pretending he did things correctly. I mean, if he had worked harder preparing for the debate, maybe he wouldn't have had to pretend he won the debate. If he had worked harder to win in 2020, maybe he wouldn't have to pretend the election was rigged. And if he had worked harder on January 6th, maybe he could have overthrown the government and wouldn't have to be debating in the first place.
And there you have it, people. Just something that people should be aware of. Now, this was a funny take, but wasn't really funny. Kind of feel like overall, at the end of the day, we all know that this guy is a liar. We all know this guy is not stable when it comes to talking about specific things, different policies, stuff like that or whatnot. He comes off as very not believable. So for the people who do believe in him, that's what I mean when I say, like, I would love to know. I would love to know why you want to vote for this guy. But Danaya, at the end of the day, I just think that, people have a choice. They're going to make their choice. But also, I just think that when it comes to a future that will be very, very important, very vital, I think it's important that this guy never becomes president again.
He shouldn't have become president the first time.
Facts.
Let's start with that. When he was running, he was only running to stay out of jail. To begin with. Actually, it was for the E. Jean Carroll case he just got convicted of. It's sad that we're here. Because this guy is a 34-time felon. He shouldn't be allowed to run for dog catcher. Yet, we are sitting here and praying that his supporters get some kind of common sense and dump him. Like a lot of Republicans have. I've never seen so many Republicans go five in my life. Shout out to the Republicans for Harris. Because this is insane. The fact that that man sat up there after 9 years of saying how he has a plan to reverse the Affordable Care Act, and this fool came out his mouth and said, I have a concept of a plan. What policies does he have that y'all like? I'm genuinely confused now. What policies? Because if that's a policy, What are y'all doing?
He didn't speak on any, like, he didn't speak on any of any, like, he didn't. I mean, let's also keep that real. Like, a lot of things that comes out of his mouth is just, you know, a lot of conspiracy theory stuff. You know, still steadfast on, you know, the election in you know, the election 4 years ago was rigged. Still climbing that tree in terms of, like, things that wasn't real. Like, even his 34 convictions was what do you call it, a witch hunt, this, that, and the other. So bigger picture than that, I mean, we know this guy's resume. His resume is out there. His resume has said all these outlandish things, but people still wants to vote for him. I look at it like this. It's not even. But see, I'm conflicted because Danaya, I swear, like, there's a lot of people who may have a valid reason why they are voting for him. It's not because they don't like or they don't want Kamala Harris. They just believe in specific things or whatever. And I want to give those few people the room in terms of their reasoning why. But I think there's others. And when I say others, there's 90% of the people I feel like would rather have him because it's like it's a cult environment. They don't want a woman president, much less a black woman. They don't want a Democrat. They don't want, you can fill in any blank that you can. And that's the reason why I'm voting for Trump. And what I don't understand either is there is a racist overtone in all the elections now, which there never was before.
Right.
Save for Barack Obama being the first black president or whatnot. That was a historic event, which in my opinion, you know, a lot of people will talk about, rap about, put out there like, we'll never see a black president, and then we did. You know, now we have the opportunity, or we had one, shout out to Hillary Clinton in 2016, to be able to have a female president. But there's a lot of misogynistic overtones within all these elections, debates, whatever you want to call it. Because if you want to keep it true, when Donald Trump and Kamala Harris got on stage for the first time, Trump was going straight to the podium. He was not trying to shake that woman's hand.
Yes.
But, like a boss, what Kamala did was take over that room at that particular moment, at that particular time. Sought him out, shook his hand, went back to her side, and destroyed him. That's how I saw it. If y'all saw it differently, I would love to know your thoughts. You can share it with us on any platform you have on at Nexxlegacy or at Danaya Shoutouts. Like, I swear to God, like, that right there set it off.
Real talk.
Because I don't understand, like, to me, there's a level of respect. And I don't know if you paid attention to this, Danaya. He never looked over at her at all.
I did.
Never. Ever. But she did while talking to him and talking to the American people.
Mm-hmm.
She did often.
Several times.
So again, I think the presidential, the temperament, whatever you want to call what you want to call, I think we need to call Donald Trump out for what he is and what he wants to be, which is a dictator. He wants to have full power, but I promise you this, he's never gonna, if he becomes president, he will never wrestle that power away. He will never give it back. He didn't want to give it back last time. And you see what kind of, are we going to go there in January?
Yes, absolutely.
Are we going to go there?
We're going all the way there.
I mean, are we going backwards to that situation where he did not want to lose power? So what did he do? Incite a riot. And if people don't believe it, I'll pray for you.
Pay attention. If you don't believe us, pay attention to all the rhetoric that led up to January 6th, including that day, when he told those people that he was going with them to the Capitol. And his staff said, no, you're the freaking president. You cannot commit treason right now. Stay in the car.
Look it up.
After they had talked to him like a child.
Look it up. Look it up. This is not something that we're talking about that's fake or debunked or anything like that. It's real. It happened for real. And that's the thing that I don't get in this day and age of democracy and people voting and things like that. Because Danaya and I are not here on this line to diminish anybody who has a legitimate reason why they are voting the other way. Because they are true loyalists to the Republican Party or all the other things that I said earlier. That's your call. We're not hating on that. But we're going to call it as we see it. And everything about that guy, you should run the other way. But instead, they run to him like he's a cult. He's the Messiah. He's a mob boss. He's this. He's that. He will never take it away. And he said it himself.
Yep, several times.
Go look it up. It's there. Everything that we're talking about, he said. So I dare anybody to say, oh, yeah, y'all full of shit. Y'all can't. No, it's there. It's there.
He praised Viktor Orban on the debate stage. He bragged that he talked to Vladimir Putin. How much more proof do you need? Watch the debate. He says it himself.
I mean, but also he says a bunch of reckless things, and not just, Springfield, Ohio, and eating cats and dogs or puppies or kittens or lions,
but
tigers,
let's talk
bears.
about that real quick, because now we have an issue, because now there were bomb threats in Springfield, Ohio, because of that mess.
But Danaya, are we surprised?
No.
No. You know why? Because he did it to Barack Obama and the Obama family.
Correct.
He did it before he even ran for president, threw jabs at his heritage, where he was born, etc., etc. He went on to do more as he was president. After Obama turned and gave that man transition of power, the Obamas very respectful till the end before they waved goodbye back in 2016.
And
he said some nice things about the Obamas, but then he turned into who he is. The Obamas had threats, and they probably had more threats on top of threats while they were in the White House for the 8 years. I get it, but what did Trump do? Incite. He incite more people to cause more damage. What did you say, Danaya? Bomb threats. Springfield, Ohio never had any problems until he publicly put them on blast. So you tell me who is the antagonist in this episode.
And the worst part about it is he continues to do it. He did it today in his rally in Arizona.
You put a mic in his hand, 5 minutes on the teleprompter, he sounds like he makes sense. But after 5 minutes, he says everything, he does anything to be able to get a rise out of the crowd because he loves the attention and he feels like he can never be touched. Yes, it's my opinion. Yes, it's our opinion. But it's fucking fact. Go look it up.
You know what's not an opinion? All it took was for Kamala Harris to say the word crowd size for him to crumble like a cookie.
So we're spending this time to be able to say what we got to say about him and about the debate and about the future of the people, the real ones who want to see real growth within this United States that we live in, the ones who really want to stand up for equality, for women's rights, for rights of all, shades, nationality, sexual orientation, everything. We are here to be able to bring some real shit to real situations and just be honest with yourself at the end of the day. Like, be honest about it. You look at this man who is running for president again and tell me if he is fit to not just run, but to give us another 4 years of carnage and chaos. I don't think there was one thing about his reign of president for the 4 years that he was in that made me double back and be like, oh, okay, he actually did something. I didn't see it. Danaya, you saw it?
People are forgetting what that 4 years was like before COVID. They forgot how, before he got so chummy with Kim Jong-un, how he called him Little Rocket Man and almost had us in a nuclear war with North Korea. They forgot that part, huh?
Not just forgot it. I mean, the supporters are ignoring it. They don't care. They just want to see him in as president. But I'm telling y'all this, and it's, I don't care if it's a hot take. I don't care if it's something I posted or put up. I mean, it's just really how I truly feel. So if you don't like it, I don't care. If he doesn't become president in November, we have seen the last of him, and we have seen the last of the Republican Party. But when I say we've seen the last of him, we've seen the last of him in the political realm. He's about to destroy that Republican Party to the point where they have to go soul search and find out who is going to be the next person, man or woman up. They have to look and see who's going to be next to be able to get that stench off of that party and figure themselves out. Donald Trump is killing the Republican Party right before your eyes, and it started before 2016. So whoever had the opportunity to gaslight him and hype him up so he could be the next one, when he became president in a shocker, they were like, oh, we got this guy. He can come in and do whatever he wants to do. He said it. I could shoot somebody in the White House. And I won't go to jail. I'll be all right. He said that. You want to fact check me? You can easily go look it up.
His actual words are, he shoots somebody on Fifth Avenue and I won't lose no votes.
There you go. None. And he could do all the things he does to women. He could say all the things he says to women. He could do all the things that he's, said about minorities, people with disabilities, and people still want that guy. And everybody who laughs and jokes or whatever it is that's within those situations that they're in when they're at these rallies, shame on y'all too.
But wait, I hear the fact check. So he said that he wouldn't lose any votes, yet he's losing them in droves. There were so many Republicans at the Democratic National Convention this year. It was crazy. There's a whole Republicans for Harris right now.
Straight up.
Like Dick Cheney endorsed Kamala Harris.
Straight up.
Like the Republicans don't like him either.
But again,
but then again, I'm gonna tell you why though. Remember we talked about the fact that his daughter-in-law is in charge of the money?
Right.
They're broke.
Straight up.
Because they paid his bills for all of his cases that he keeps acquiring. He's about to acquire another one because he keeps talking about Agent Carroll and defaming her. So, because that's what, that was the goal, right? Let's get him in the White House, not paying attention to any of the other races that are around. It was all about the money going to him. So now the Republican Party's broke. So they're big mad.
Are we surprised?
Not at all.
Nah.
The moment she got that slot, I was like, oh yeah, they done.
But you know what? And you know me because I had reservations. I was not sure. I was unsure. I didn't know how this was going to be. I didn't know how this was going to be after the whole Biden thing. I was really unsure as far as what direction. All I know is we needed some kind of stability in how we govern and how we even vote or put certain things together and stuff like that. So I was blindsided by the rapid support that Kamala has. And I honestly just think just for the betterment of the next phase of generations that we will have moving forward in the future, it's important for her to get this.
Absolutely.
And to at least try. Because I'm putting it out there, like, I don't think she's perfect. I don't think nobody's perfect. But I know this for a fact. I know this from my opinion, that she really and truly wants to try to make things right. Just like a lot of people have in that seat as well. But also, people have agendas. And if people can understand that when you have people that have agendas, they're going to veer off and do something eventually that may make you feel uncomfortable. And everything about Donald Trump makes me feel uncomfortable. This is my opinion. I'm sticking to it. And I'm sticking with it. Everything makes me uncomfortable when I even think about him or see anything that he says. Because I tell you this, Danaya, anything that he says right now, I don't believe.
You know, they have this saying, who are you going to believe? The truth of your lying eyes. Right? So,
right.
Now, Donald Trump wants to claim that he's the champion for women. Well, let's ask Eden Carroll. Let's ask any of the teen girls who were a part of Miss Teen USA when he walked in on them changing. Hell, let's ask his daughter. Because I don't know if she's watched Howard Stern or any... No, sorry, she was there for the disrespectful stuff that he says about her.
Mm-hmm.
Who talks about their daughter like that?
Right.
And you wonder why we call you weird.
I mean, I don't see anything coming out of anything that he says is positive. I don't even see it. There's
Nope.
nothing about who he is, what he's done, how he's done it, everything. I don't see nothing sexy about his bid for presidency. I didn't see it back then, and I definitely don't see it now. And again,
But he picked J.D. Vance as his running mate. J.D. Vance has the lowest approval rating of any running mates in a very, very long time. The whole thing, and he just keeps on saying the dumbest things. Like, for neither one of them know nothing about childcare. Because J.D. Vance talking about have the grandparents watch the kids and save money that way. Really? And then his childless cat lady comments. By the way, shout out to Taylor Swift for endorsing Kamala and coming at him with the childless cat ladies and getting over 300,000 people to register to vote in less than 12 hours. Keep playing if y'all want to. Keep playing if you want to. And here's the thing, though. She wouldn't have said nothing had 45 not created some AI photos saying that she was endorsing him. See, y'all should have left that child alone. She was going to stay out of the damn race, but y'all decided to lie on her. She said, y'all going to lie on her? I'm going to go ahead and let you know what I'm going to do. I was laughing. Because now they're like, we don't care. Whatever. We like bringing her home better. Don't nobody care about her.
Right.
I know Patrick go home is like, seriously, I just got back. I just started back. Like, why are we even being mean to this?
Right.
He's like, no, I gotta play, man. Like, what are we doing?
Straight up. It's very like specific culture shock. It's everything you could think of. It's just in a weird particular space where I feel like it's crashing on so many different levels. You know what I'm saying? So I just really feel like we have to really just be honest about who we are, what we are, how we're gonna be, and how important it is for us to really understand what we need to understand in order for us to get what we need to get moving forward. And I'm talking about everybody. I'm talking about Democrats. I'm talking about Republicans. I'm talking about independents. I'm talking about people who are undecided. I'm talking about people like, how do you want to live? What is a better world according to you? And if any one of these candidates, any one of these people who are here, that maybe we have a shot if we do have a shot, right? Like, I think it's important for us to be able to have that. Nexxlegacy Radio has preempted Azure Radio this Thursday. And also, welcome to my Clubhouse people, but Denai, I got a surprise for you as well. Not people on the line, but we also have another extension to, where we are. People can literally follow us on social media, hit us up, but we've also have moments where we can be able to include more people. Like we are live on Spaces right now through X.
We live on Spaces. Oh my god.
So we're here, we're live.
Live platform? Oh good.
Yeah, we got it to the point right now where we could be able to dominate the social media waves, get an opportunity to be able to put our truth out there, and having more of a bigger opportunity to spread that to the people as well. So as I say that, I say this too. Until they shut me down as far as playing music, I'm gonna play what I play, and and it is what it is. Who says that I can't, or who says that I won't? You own
the platform, so they're not gonna say nothing.
Straight up, and that's how it's gonna be. That's how it's gonna be. So it's that there. So as we continue to have shows like these, people are gonna wind up figuring out like, oh, okay, yeah, they're doing shows. Not only that, they're doing shows again. Not only that, they're gonna look at the history and they're gonna be like, oh shit, they're back. But then they're doing it different too. And then
we doing live shows again. We ain't done live shows.
Absolutely. I mean, and I could break out the call number right now if people want to call in as well too. But as we do that, we're actually, making sure that we have more of an opportunity for people out there. So my Clubhouse people, as well as Spaces via X, I'm gonna use their platform. I mean, I got more than a few thousand people out there on these social media platforms that once they catch word that we're up live, we're doing what we do, then hey, we're gonna pop in and say hey. So I just want to use this as a continuous of a test drive until we start getting more traffic in and start letting people know like this is where we're gonna be. We're going to share the wealth on these little social media platforms, and then we're going to want to expand as we go and grow, right? So, as I say that, I want everybody out there to know that as we're broadcasting live on Nexxlegacy Radio, you can use the app, or you can go to both of our website, DanayaShoutouts.com. You can also go to Nexxlegacy.com. You can also, just hit us up, download the app for free. Samsung, Android devices, iPhones, make sure you go ahead and tap in. We are in different places, different spaces where we can be able to share the wealth and do what we do. So,
yes. And shout out to our guest, Traci Spencer. She's amazing. Make sure y'all follow her on our social media.
Absolutely. And big shout out as well to television writer Kermit Frazier as well. Danaya and I we're gonna play a song. We're gonna come back. We're gonna talk about like a couple of specific things that we've seen on social media. Shannon Sharpe had some news, right? He was in a specific situation on Instagram Live where he claimed at one point in time that he was hacked while he was having sexual acts that was not visible, but you can hear it on his Instagram. So that caused an uproar. But I have thoughts on that, and I'm gonna share that with you after this. But also, as I segue into the song, I want to send a heartfelt condolence to the friends, family of Frankie Beverly of Mays, who passed away the other day. It really kind of set me in a emotional roller coaster as far as emotions, as far as that goes. But his music and his legacy has lived and lived and lived, and it will continue to live on. So those that do know him, though his music, please make sure that you keep his legacy alive. Know that a lot of him and what his band stood for was unity, people uniting to be one. So, Frankie Beverly and Mays, we're going to forever miss you, bro. Straight up. Nexxlegacy Radio brought to you by Danaya Shoutouts Radio, who is on live right now on Thursdays. Make sure you go ahead and check her out all Thursday long with nothing but hits from Nexxlegacy Honors and beyond. Tiny Desk concerts, everything. Just a great vibe every single Thursday. Make sure y'all go ahead and check her out. Once again, Danaya Shoutouts. I am Brandon here. Literally, big shout out for the people. Hey, they coming out of the woodwork with Belgium out there, Germany. Big shout out. Big shout out, Belgium.
Big shout out to Germany.
Big shout out to the people at France who is listening. A lot of people out there that is literally on like specific spots. I don't know. It's just kind of it's crazy to be able to navigate through Spaces, Clubhouse, the website. It's just a good look to be able to get that. And I can't wait till we get more traffic, more people to know and understand we rocking out like this again, y'all. Like it's a good look. Phone lines will always be what it is. It's just Danaya, once we get like an assemblage of consistent shows and people are going to be able to tune in, they're going to be inspired to call and talk and all this other stuff. So it's a great look to be able to have live broadcasts again that people can be able to run it back, brought to you by YouTube. Danaya and I will be able to put a lot of this out there as far as our opinions about world news and more, literally live on YouTube and other locations and things like that too. It's a beautiful thing and a beautiful opportunity as well. I was thinking I was just going to do a 30-minute show, but, over the years, people know, like, sometimes if I keep rambling, I might stay on a little longer, maybe, but, we sounding pretty good right now, according to some that's out there in different countries right now, so that's dope. That's dope. But back to the topic at hand, like I was saying, Shannon Sharpe put herself out there, but anybody that goes out there, I'm not replaying nothing, I'm just putting it out there. In a world where we've seen over decades that sex tapes, will give people a certain attention and things like that as well. I'm putting it out here that it was a publicity stunt. This is my opinion. Y'all entitled or not entitled to share my thoughts or whatever. But I always feel like this. Anybody that had the amount of success that Shannon Sharpe had with Cat Williams in that interview, and the fact that it hit over 70 million. And everybody was talking about it. Everybody and their mama, their grandmama, whoever. And, and he had some moderately successful shows after that, but it didn't quite carry that same kind of weight. And he even admitted himself on one of his either podcasts or whatever, like, he admitted that Cat Williams was like his Thriller, his Michael Jackson Thriller. You know what I mean? So he said that. But like I said, the other ones didn't, like I said, moderate success, wasn't the talk of the town like it was with the Cat Williams. So here we are right now, amongst other things. And I'm not going to mention why other people were compelled to think this was a publicity stunt, because, again, some people thought it was something other than just for him to be able to get likes and views and people talk or whatever. Because some people have opinions about, certain things. And I'm not going to mention that because to me that has really no basis. It has no basis on how I'm feeling about the way I feel about specific things. Now, people are going to do what they do. But also, come on, man. Come on.
Hold on, wait. I'm just trying to understand something. So what he's claiming is that someone hacked his account, hit the live button, and committed sexual acts on live.
Nah, people, I mean, you hear his voice. You can hear his voice. I mean, you can hear the voice moaning and groaning or whatever. He's talking while he's doing what he's doing. So a lot of people think that was him.
I'm saying, but the thing is that how was he trying to say that he was hacked, but it's his voice though? That's what
But that's where the lie comes in. That's where the lie comes in. The lie comes in that smooth. Because he sent up a post or whatever saying that, hey, he was hacked and while he's investigating, whatever. But again, I feel like if you and I have a phone and our phone has Instagram Live, you kind of got to click on that. And then you'll go 3, 2, 1, bam, you're on, or whatever the case may be. You got to go through a couple different protocols in order for you to actually go live. That's just me. I've been live before. I know you got to hold it, prop it. You got to push a button or two to go live. So I didn't think that was real in the field at all. I just thought it was just, oh, okay, well, he's showing out or whatever.
So let's be very clear about this going live thing, right? When you open your Instagram account, the first thing that you see is real. You have to swipe several times to get to the live button. And then it gives you all the stuff about descriptions and all that fun stuff, right? And then even when you hit the button, it says searching. And then you go live. It's not as if you just hit the button and the live one pops up. No. If it was an accident or it was whatever, it would have been a reel because reels come first. You have to swipe a couple times before you can even.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
In the first place. So that's a lie. That's a lie. And how long was the live video?
I don't know the minutes. I wasn't trying to count. I mean, I just basically.
I'm just stating because
I was definitely.
It was a mistake.
I was on there long enough for me to hear the voice, and I was like, okay. But
if it was a mistake, quote unquote, it would have been like 30 seconds. Oh my God, I hit the button. Da da da.
Yeah, and that's foolproof now. Like I feel like they being social media have kind of countered that whole like I got hacked type of thing. Like your accounts may have been compromised, or you may think your account is compromised. That's when you can't log into your own stuff anymore, and then somebody has control over it. I know a few people. And they shit got hacked, and it was terrible, or whatever, because they couldn't get.
Very clear with this whole hack thing. Because I've had friends, I've had clients that have gotten hacked, and it's painful as all get out. Because they take all your content that you done worked on,
right?
That they don't care about, because they wasn't the ones that sat there and spent all them hours putting in daggone content that you can't get back. Let me stop.
Right.
Facts. Let me come back.
Yeah.
Come back. Okay. But no, when you get hacked, you get some message back from some foreign guy in whatever freaking country talking about, I want your account back, pay me this money. This is not what happened. I'm telling y'all now.
Facts.
He still has all his, if he had gotten hacked, he would have no more content. Let's be clear. That's what they do. They take your account and completely wipe. Lord have mercy.
Yeah.
Wipe your account clean.
Yeah.
If he was hacked, he would have no content.
It happened to my homegirl's website. Like, website got hacked, and they scrubbed it, and they put some other crazy thing on there instead. So, she's been trying to fight that fight for a hot minute. But saying this, to me, it's just the state of media that we're in right now is so crazy. I'm very afraid of how journalists have now turned into superstars, have now turned into let me get the next like or click or this or that. Like, to me, it's and shame on you, Shannon Sharpe. Monday through Friday, when you were on Undisputed, you had a platform, and then whatever you did afterwards, you did afterwards. But you could a lot of people could use their platform to do so much to uplift, to do so much to bring conscious content to the viewers and the listeners and the people who are willing to soak up free game, education, or whatever the case may be. But instead, here we are talking about a specific situation. But I just think there's a cause and effect to it. I think you know, again, I don't know the guy, so I don't know what his motivations are. But I know this. We've seen the rise of superstardom when people drop sex tapes or whatever. Not saying that he did. He just was moaning and groaning with somebody else who was moaning and groaning, and we didn't see nothing. We just only heard. But that was the end thing. Because what was it, Danaya? Was it the 90s and the 2000s and stuff like that, where, you know, you had your Corinne Steffens and you had, like, you know, tell-all books and, you know, not only that, leaked celebrity sex tapes and stuff like that or whatever. Like, they made a whole situation about it. But I like others, find it confusing now, because to me, I think, and it, again, in this stage and age, Shannon's older than me, so he's clearly in his 50s or whatever. I don't understand how, why, and what this could be for anything other than him going backwards, and what I thought was like a journalist opportunity for him to be able to spread his wings and give people ultra game. Like, I don't understand that.
And we talked about this before. The issue that Shannon Sharpe has is that instead of just taking what he did with the sports show and expanding all those amazing opinions and great energy to his platform, he decided to make Club Shay Shay. Now, Club Shay Shay, which I have so many questions about that, was all about drama. Instead of being about fact and truth and uplifting people, he decided to do that. Now, has he had a couple of dope interviews? Absolutely. But the problem is, instead of just letting it be what it is and, you know, be happy with the 5 million, the 2 million, the 10 million, you mad because you're not getting 70 every single time? Sir, you have that platform, you have other platforms, and I know how YouTube money works. I'm confused. You're greedy, sir. That's what it is. You're greedy. Because I'm sitting here looking at your Instagram with 3.2 million followers and 0 content that's gone. Therefore, you didn't get hacked. So let's stop that lie real quick, because that's a no-no. And the fact that you thought that you had to do a sex tape for what? You already had the fame. You already have the notoriety. Well, you had notoriety. That's down the drain at this point. Like, what was the point? Because the thing is that everyone's trying to now do what's going to get the most clicks or whatever, but at what cost?
But see, that's the sacrifice that a lot of people are making in these days and times that we live in right now, Danaya, because people are literally selling their souls. They gotta think about it. You know, they're making their kids do stuff on social media. They're making, you know, their spouses do stuff on social media. They're making whoever do stuff on social media for what? To go viral, to get likes, to be loved and adored, and maybe get a bag in the process. But everybody is dumbing themselves down, in my opinion, because they want to get what they get. To me, I think you have to make it a conscious effort to give people something that they could literally, like, you know, carry with them. And I'm not telling people they got to do this or that. People are trying to entertain people right now, and I get it. But also I don't get it, because I also see that, you know, by doing so and doing something that is not, like, it's not for longevity. It's for the hot, quick minute. There's your agenda. Like, you're not working on a project right now that's going to involve moaning and groaning that's going to live forever, so people that's 20 years from now can hear it or pay attention. I mean, that shit carries with you forever. Not saying that we're all people who've made mistakes. Nobody's perfect. I've never had perfect podcasts or anything like that over the years that I've been doing what I'm doing. We've all made crazy mistakes in our lifetime. But also, when is it a time that you got to grow up? When will it be a moment in your life where you're like, you know what, I got to do better than what I'm doing right now? And I think everybody should take notice of what it is that's going on in our society, where people have a free will to have an open mic. Look at where we're at right now. From the old Blog Talk days where we just had that, to now we're on Clubhouse Spaces, Nexxlegacy Radio, where other people from different countries and the millions is listening to us. So our microphone has gotten bigger over the course of these years.
Hold on, I need you to repeat that last part, because I think I missed that part.
Nexxlegacy Radio, we're live, where we're people listening all over the country, millions of listeners listening all over the country, in the United States and other places. And I look at it like this though, like, again, we all have a responsibility of what we do, what we say, how we go about our lives on the day to day. But I'm talking crazy sex tapes and crazy opportunities that people feel like they want to cash in on because it's a quick fix. People don't want to read a book anymore. People don't want to do specific things where it's going to take them maybe a year or 2 or 3 or 4 to break through. They want the instant success right now. They want to pour into something that is really, really quick, that's going to evaporate quickly. You know how it is if you put hot water in a pot and you just let it sit there for 10, 15 minutes. What's going to happen?
It's going to cool down a little bit.
No. You put a pot of hot water, boiling water. It's still boiling. You let the pot boil for 15 minutes. What's going to happen? That water will evaporate, right?
Yep.
That water will be gone. That pot, if you keep it there, will probably burn, and you will probably never be able to use that again, or the house catch fire and all kinds of shit pop off. Saying that is to say, your time is limited. It's limited. Be careful with what you do and how you do it. Like I said, Shannon Sharpe is not perfect. We are not perfect. I'm putting it out there because I saw it. I didn't really like the direction, and I haven't liked the direction as far as that goes, because people were, I'm not saying that he is, but I'm just saying that, if you're going to put that out there, come with a different flavor, bruh. Shannon, do better. And that's facts, though.
What's so crazy, though, is that, like, it seems like everyone has a podcast, everyone has a platform, whatever, right? Like, they don't even understand the power of what they have. They don't understand how they can help or harm with their platform. What do we choose to do? We choose to help. And you heard what he just said. We lift up artists, always have. And we still maintain millions of listeners by lifting artists up, by promoting people. And by the way, we don't even charge the artists that are on our platform like everybody else.
Straight up.
There's that part.
I feel like people need a refresher course, and I feel like we're gonna give it to them moving forward. Nexxlegacy Radio, preempting Danaya Radio. Live for the listeners out here, spaces out here, Clubhouse out here, phone calls out here, emails out here. We just out here. I'm play a song, come back, and I'm about to call some people out. Denaya, you already know where I'm going with this, because I feel like it is time to address the elephant in the room when people passes away, and
it's about to go there.
So again, I'm still creating a great unity of stuff, but also I need people to actually think about shit. Like, I need people to be honest with themselves and who they are and where they want to go and who they want to be moving forward. And sometimes it's hard to talk about real truth. But goddamn it, I'm giving it to you here again. Maze featuring Frankie Beverly. Rest in peace to an iconic artist, and his band is limitless. Been a fan of that man's music since I can remember. Nexxlegacy Radio. I am branded. Danaya Shoutouts Radio is the takeover. Preempted Danaya Shoutouts Radio for this live broadcast that is live on Clubhouse, on Spaces, on the websites. I feel like once word gets out, Danaya, that takeover is about to be real. Like people from people everywhere is about to tap in. I just feel it. I feel it.
Oh, we already know.
I feel it. It's going down. It's going down. Hey, like I mentioned, I got something. As you know, we gonna shut this thing down shortly. But I feel like this. People out there, I am branded talking to you. More so, Charles Madison hitting you up, and Danielle Carroll, like trying to keep it real. Like, let's be real. Danaya, you know me again. You know me enough to know I put shit out there because I feel like paying it forward, finding opportunities to be able to pay it forward, because we don't know what we're going to be when we wake up, if we wake up tomorrow. We just don't know.
Right.
So I have a huge problem with the way people are, the rest in peace. Are you looking out for these people because you really and truly are looking out for these people and want to send your condolences? Or are you really looking or not looking to try to figure out how I can be able to get some likes off of this? I mean, it's really come down to it nowadays, because I look at it like this, and I'm sharing a true story. Like, I haven't been to a funeral since, it's been a minute. So a lot of families, my family included, has always been like, we don't see each other, but then someone dies, and, I haven't seen you in 10 years, 20 years, 15 years, whatever. And then we go our separate ways. Somebody else died. I haven't seen you since the last funeral, or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's real in a lot of families. And I'm over it. Why is it hard for people to give flowers to people who are still living? Why? How is it hard for you to say, you know what, Danaya? I appreciate you. I push you to no limit. You may piss me off, or I may piss you off from time and time again, but you know what? I'm going to still throw flowers your way because I know your effort is relentless. Or even if you don't know somebody, or if you have celebrity whatever, like Danaya has on Nexxlegacy Honors. So Danaya puts her work in, and I'm putting you on the spot, and you don't know what I'm saying. If Danaya puts her work in, she gives a conscious effort to find out who she's giving flowers to every single week. But not only every single week, every single day, because the preparation begins not just on Thursday.
Absolutely.
So what is it? How hard is it? Why is it that people just don't give flowers to the living?
I think there's a couple different things. When it comes to music artists, well, you already know these stations can't, because they have to play the same thing 50 times a day.
Of course.
But as far as people, they don't think about it until it's too late. They take advantage of the fact that somebody that they say they love when they pass is here in their face. They were too busy to take that phone call. They were too busy to go over, to the hospital or whatever. And then, when they pass, it's too late. But again, it's the whole thing of people being caught up, and I guess you want to say regular life, and they don't think to call to check up on people. Even though they say they love them, this and the third, but they're not checking up on them. Otherwise, you would have known that they were sick. You would have known that they needed assistance. You would have seen that cry for help.
Hey, true to life.
And
True to life.
go ahead.
If you if what kind of energy y'all giving me today? No, you didn't give me that much. Keep that energy if I go tomorrow. Keep that.
Right.
Keep that.
Real talk.
How many people count on one hand? And we help millions of people, Danaya. I'm just saying. I can count on one hand the amount of, you know what? Hey, I don't want nothing. I just want to tell you I'm proud of you. I mean, how hard is that for you to do it? So, I asked that question. I'm going to answer it, though. Because I know a lot of people out there, like, I'm not ganging up on nobody. It's nothing. It's just, to me, it's a reflection. You got to look at yourself in the mirror and figure it out. So, I'm going to answer that question that I asked. A lot of people can't find it within themselves to forgive themselves. That's why it's hard for them to forgive other people. Or give to other people because they can't give to themselves either. So the pendulum swings a bunch of different ways when it comes to this, because people are going to self-reflect in the midst of when someone passes away. They're going to regret, as you mentioned before, Danaya, like, damn, I should have spent time with him or her or them. You know what I'm saying? Something that really kind of triggered me, we just did something on a memorial yesterday for 9/11, and a lot of people's lives were lost on that day. Not just in the planes. You got to remember there's a lot of families who lost people in that plane or in that building.
Yes.
It was a hard road to go. So I was, as I'm preparing stuff, I'm also scrolling through social media and I'm looking. One of these spots on social media hit me with something super hard. Real voice messages from the passengers of Flight 93 calling their husbands and their kids, leaving voicemails for the very last time. Part of me was like, I don't want to listen to anymore. But you know what? I had to. I mean, there was like 3. So I listened to one and I was like, damn. But I listened to the other 2. And to me, it gets to the point where I feel like a lot of people tend to forget, but they didn't. When they saw it was grim and they felt like it was a problem that they knew they weren't going to survive, they were like, you know what, let me call and just say how I feel for the very last time. I got that from listening to those 3 calls. And to me, it just, it's a soul search and a shock to your system. A lot of people feel like they're untouchable, but I don't. Like I said, I'm grateful that I'm up and going and being able to do and provide and everything else that comes with it. I know that life is very, very fragile and it could break in a heartbeat. I just need y'all out there to really pay attention to that, though. Like, so serious. It's not even funny. Y'all got to take these pieces of whatever it is that you have and try to figure out what's going to make you overall happy. But then pour it back. It's easy. It may be hard for some people. I get it. By what I said earlier. But it's easier for me to do it. This is in our nature. This is Danaya and I. This is what we do. We do it through business, but also we do it through personal stuff. As far as, what we go through, what we've been through, all that shit. So I wanted to spotlight that because I see it all the time. The passing of Frankie Beverly of Mays, and listening to everything else that went on through the times of 9/11 just really got me to the point where it's just like, y'all, come on. Be serious with who you are and who you want to be and where you want to go and all this other stuff. I think it's important. Not just important, I think it's vital for people to start feeling a certain way. And some of it is just surrendering. You just got to surrender to how you feel and just, you know, a lot of people are afraid to change because they're so comfortable in their own skin in a lot of different ways, right? So I encourage everybody to try to do more, be more. Um, Put something out there that's going to be bigger than you, and I promise you that you're going to distract yourself by the opportunity to be able to give back. And to me, it's a great feeling to be able to do that.
Absolutely. And let me piggyback on that 1 second. Can we all stop posting videos of people's deaths and
Thank you.
or their last moments
Thank
in
you.
the hospital?
Thank you.
Because they don't want that. I know the photo that I posted of my mom after she passed, which y'all didn't find out until a month later, was us at Black Panther at the theater with her looking fabulous. And it was an approved photo because I wouldn't post nothing that wasn't approved of my mama. I don't care if she's not here.
That's right.
She still to cuss me out.
That's right.
Like,
That's right.
she was very adamant about how she looks. And she wanted to make sure that any shot that we were taking, she looked fabulous in every single one of them. Even when she was sick. She was like, no, we're going to put some makeup on. Don't take no photos of me until I have makeup on. And that's when she had lost her hair. But she still looked fabulous because she had her hat on. But y'all be up here posting these people and in last moment tubes everywhere, you know, and you're doing it for the sympathy. Stop it. The only reason y'all even knew that my mom passed was because my cousin called me out on it. Otherwise, y'all wouldn't even know until I was ready. Let's be very clear about this situation. I say that to say because the fact that people are sitting up there and posting Batman Scoop's death for clicks and views is deplorable.
And I get it. A lot of people want to send their well wishes and condolences and stuff like that, and I get it. But you know, why would anybody just want to post something that is? You got to think about families, and if that man has kids, you got to think about, you know, not just them. Like, you know, is this the moral thing to do? Like, again, everybody has a mic, everybody has pictures, everybody has a phone, everybody has an opportunity to put or post something up or whatnot. So it's weird to me that before you hit send, that there is no moral compass in what you do. Now, some people are, again, so blindsided by these particular things like clicks and likes and a bag because I want my video to go viral, that damn, you can't use some original content to do that. Like, you got to be that shallow that you can't duck and run for cover and, let me go into the lab and try to figure out something that I can be able to do. Maybe a mural or a respectful way of showing your appreciation for a falling artist or entertainer or family or whatever might make your stuff go viral if you do something original to be able to add some kind of awareness to whatever it is you're trying to do. But what is your agenda? Again, Danaya and I said this earlier. There's people with agendas. Some agendas are laced with so much negativity, and so many, and others are laced with, I want a bag. And then there is some that is literally legit journalists who is really trying to leave specific marks on their brand and how they present journalistic views and or values. Danaya and I, we're on a different page. Do I want to go viral? I can care less. But do I want hundreds of thousands and millions of people to be able to be moved and motivated by what we do? Absolutely. This is what we're here for. This is what we're here for. And God damn it, we're going to continue to try to be able to push the envelope and let these people know what time it is. So,
yes, and once again, shout out to Bruno Mars. We gave flowers to him today. So many timeless hits that crushed generations. And that new record he got out with Lady Gaga, beautiful.
A beautiful thing. It's a beautiful thing. And not only that, it's warranted that we're going to continue to push that envelope and make sure that people know and understand exactly what it means when we do what we do. So, in closing, Danaya, give everybody, if they don't know it, your social media. And before you do that, shouting out once again, I'm just gonna keep it true. Like, there's a lot of countries out there, avid listeners to Nexxlegacy, to Danaya Radio, to the things that we do out there that a lot of people don't know on the low. And it's crazy that we got like specifics. I mean, and I'm not joking when I tell you that. We are in a situation where it's just beautiful to be able to see. And I think the more people who are really eventually going to be more wow, I can't believe where we are right now when it comes to like specific things. I'm just so honored to be where we're at right now, where we can be able to have a bigger voice and a bigger microphone to be able to show so much love than ever before. And I don't even know where to start. But before you give your shout outs, I will definitely shout out once again my the United States, everybody out there in specifics, not shouting out the country. Y'all hold it down. Y'all do what y'all do. It's always lit. Germany though, what can I say? What can I say? What can I say? All my people out there in different parts of Germany, I appreciate you. Danaya does as well. Y'all is adding another element to what we do and how we do it. And I just need y'all to come tap in and let us know where Danaya and I need to be. We got passports.
Nice.
We could do a live something. You know what I mean? Like, we need to do something. So holla at us, social media, Danielle Carroll at DanayaAzure.com, Charles Madison at Nexxlegacy.com. Like, come on. Shouting out Mexico as well. Y'all lit tonight.
Yes.
Like, literally when we stopped, like, I ain't even gonna say Brazil, love y'all. Canada, y'all keep it lit too. I mean, it's a beautiful thing, and we won't stop there. So Danaya, give all your stuff to the people.
Absolutely. Go ahead and follow me on all social media at Danaya Azure, DanayaAzure, like the Facebook feed, facebook.com/Danaya Facebook.com/Danaya Azure Radio, and go to the website, www.DanayaAzure.com. And don't forget to subscribe to me on YouTube. Just type in Danaya Azure.
Hey, y'all know where to find me at everything Nexxlegacy. You search Nexxlegacy, Nexxlegacy. You also want to just you can Google Charles Madison. Do what you need to do. In a sense. So I just appreciate it. Listen, we're gonna close the door on this one, but I mean, we'll be back on Sunday with something else, and then we're gonna bring some people with us, and we're gonna have a good old conversation like we used to have. That is a promise. So again,
let's go.
We're gonna tell more people to tap in different places, in different spaces, because I want spaces to be lit. I want all these people out there. Listen, if I got a platform there, I'm gonna use the fuck out of this one. So until they shut it down, until y'all shut it down, we're gonna keep it true. And it's gonna be a beautiful thing. So Danaya Azure.
Well, who's gonna shut it down? Is our platform. I'm just saying.
Well, it's spaces. It's spaces. By the time we done playing music, they might be like, "What the fuck are they doing? Like, what are they doing?" Or whatever the case may be. But all I know is y'all people out there. Make sure y'all just go ahead and support each other. Keep it true. I'm gonna play, big ups and shout out to T-Boz of TLC. I'm gonna play Unpretty, just cause, I feel like a lot of people feel that way. I feel marvelous. I feel pretty good. Feel good. Like, I feel good. Feel good. Hey, but no, I mean, it might be somebody out there right now listening, sitting in the mirror and be like, "Fuck, I got the zit. I got a zit."
I can't with you.
Or I got a bunion. I got a bunion I got callus. My feet hurt. I mean, somebody just got a weave that just didn't work, and they're just feeling unpretty.
Not a weave that didn't work.
Yeah. Or somebody got a crazy haircut, and it's just like, fuck, I'm gonna have to go back and get another one. Or you're just not feeling good. Like, if you're not feeling good, You're not, Hey, for the people that's listening to this song, after the song, we'll go back to your regular scheduled programming, which is probably sports. So,
Shout out to TLC. Make sure you guys go have the Nexxlegacy site and check out the interviews we got with T-Rod and Chili. Make sure y'all go to Nexxlegacy.com. Go to youtube.com/Nexxlegacy. Make sure y'all subscribe, y'all. Let's go.
I got the wrong earrings in my ears, so I'm feeling unpretty right now. Or my breast is leaning on one side or the other, or whatever it is that you're feeling. If you're unpretty, then you can feel this way.
I thought I was gonna play the song already.
Oh yeah, no, I should. I'm just trying to think of other stuff too, though. But I'm just saying, y'all go find ways to be pretty. But just saying, Danaya and Brandon, we out of here.
Thank you for listening to the #1 radio station for the people.